So for this exercise, we're gonna be working on loading the back side of our arm, specifically targeting our triceps. For these exercises, I'm gonna show you a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. Make sure you're not having pain with level 1 before you move on to level 2, and give yourself adequate time to really get used to the exercise before you jump right to the next level. So all you're gonna need is a wall, and just like the exercises I've shown you before for the upper extremity, we're gonna be putting most of our pressure through our fingers and the knuckles at the top of our palm here, all right? That is where we're always gonna be pressing into the wall, which is just gonna help to get more activation rather than putting all the weight through the heel of our hand here. So all you're gonna do is you are going to turn and have your back to the wall. You don't wanna be too far away from the wall in this one, and you can play with how far your feet are, but usually the farther away, the harder it's gonna be. So I just want you to start just about here. You're gonna put your hand on the wall behind you, and all I want you to do is you are just going to lean your weight back, almost like you're leaning your belly button back over your heels, all right? Elbow is just slightly bent. I don't want the elbow locked out. I don't want it super bent, just a little bend. And once you're here, I just want you to press up through those fingers and knuckles and just hold, all right? If you hold here, keep leaning back, you should start to really feel the tricep lighting up here, all right? So once again, I'm here, hands on the wall, fingers pointed down. Just make sure you're not super high up, you're kind of a little bit lower here. Lean your weight back, just let that elbow bend, and then once you're in that position, go ahead and press through those knuckles and fingers, and you should feel that tricep light up right away. You might even get some shakes here. Just hold for about 6 seconds, do 6 of those for me, and try to space those in throughout the day as well. It's always good to do those, not just once, but 2 to 3 times whenever you have a wall available. So big things, pressure through the fingers and knuckles, make sure elbow doesn't lock out. I'll see that very often. I also will see people kind of like hinging back and their face is forward. You're still gonna probably get some tricep, but generally that's kind of your body weight now coming forward, so you're not having to lean as much on your hand, but more of your legs are taking the brunt. So think like you're kind of here and you're leaning all of your body weight back, not just pushing your hips to the wall, all right? So that is level 1. Level 2 is very similar. The only thing we're adding in are those wall taps. So same exact positioning, lean back into your hand, elbow just slightly bent, and then keeping pressure through your knuckles and fingers. I just want you to tap the heel of your hand up and down and try to go as quickly as you can eventually. It might feel a little awkward in the beginning, but once your brain gets the hang of it, you'll be able to get that coordination down. Once again, you're gonna feel this one a lot in the triceps. You might start to get a little bit more in the forearm too, but mostly it's gonna be the triceps. Try to aim for about 20 taps, take a break, and try to do about 3 sets of those. So that is level 2. Level 3, very similar, just adding a bit more concentric work here. You're gonna be here, elbow just slightly bent. This time I want you to kind of lean back a little bit. That elbow can bend. I'm almost like leaning back to my heels. And now I'm gonna push through my knuckles and fingers to push me back, not onto my toes, but almost weight forward onto my toes. So going back, letting the elbow bend. And then the important part is pushing through the knuckles and fingers to push my body back. Coming back, feeling the whole hand on the wall here, that's totally fine. It's the knuckles and fingers pushing us forward, and that should really light up that tricep as well. It's just like I said, working a little bit more concentrically at this motion. So with these, try to aim for maybe 3 sets of 6. Once again, sprinkle them in throughout the day. What I love about these exercises is there are walls or, shut a door. You can do this everywhere. You don't have to get on the ground. You don't really need much equipment. So go ahead and give those a try. Make sure you work through those levels. Level 1 first, no pain. Level 2, no pain. Then move on to level 3.